something that makes me mad, and I'm pretty sure, hopefully it makes you just as mad, everybody out there, is the communist Chinese military companies listed under EO1395 have more than 1,100 subsidies. Now, what this means, everybody, is, let's see, U.S. investors, okay, the United States investors. So this is a list. Now listen carefully, guys, because this might actually include you. U.S. investors, banks, pension funds, foundations, insurance companies, and university endowments have for years unknowingly funded at least 44 Chinese military companies as a result of their opaque network of at least 1,100 plus subsidiaries. And there's a fact sheet from the State Department of the United States of America.
Yeah, you can actually scroll forward. The next slide, I put the top.
Okay.
Just the ones that were on the top. Okay. So basically, I like the U.S. state government website these days. They've been putting out a lot of the stuff related to China. And this one is a damning piece. A lot of these companies that you might recognize, I recommend going to the website. By the way, this was pulled, or this was archived from the site. I had to go back to archive.org to get this, but there's a whole list of companies that have been complicit in funding, unknowingly, complicit in funding the actual, literally the enemy's military.
Yeah,
I say the enemy in that, like, right now I think we can both look at China and American governments as being in opposition.
Sure.
And so their money is being funneled, in a lot of aerospace companies, being funneled into these companies for Beijing to fund the army in China.
Correct.
Which is very worrying.
Well, I mean, it's something that I've been saying for a very long time. The Chinese government is incredibly clever and very good at taking advantage of the West through lobbyists and whatever else, all these different programs that are set up for universities to exchange ideas and stuff. I mean, look at the Confucius Institute, okay? It has spread its tentacles throughout the free world. It's in almost every university. And yet there's nothing that's equivalent in China from any other country.
No.
All right? And it's set up as kind of like a cultural exchange.
We joked about that. We're like, can we set up the American and South African culture?
George Washington Institute or something. Would never,
freedom and democracy.
where you tell people like all the propaganda points of America, and you like force it down on everyone's throat.
Yeah.
Oh, you can get a free English lesson from us, but you must realize that every single war and everything that we participated in was the other person's fault. It's 100% justified. We're in the right. You should support it. That kind of nonsense. Because that's what the Confucius Institute is. Okay, it's basically just a soft power propaganda arm. The thing is, it's supposed to be an exchange thing, but it's always one way. They get the Chinese infiltration happens one way. They don't allow professors to kind of go over there and go and study in the big research institutes in China in sensitive areas and studying military tech and have access to everything. Right. We don't have thousands upon thousands of students from America going into China. No. The same way that it works the other way around and getting all these grants and things like that. It's a one-way street. So it's incredibly frustrating, but very predictable to see that they've been taking advantage of multiple institutions, investors, pension funds. Imagine your pension fund is paying for that missile that's going to come flying into a jet from your country, or, the biological weapons that are being prepared to be unleashed on an unsuspecting populace somewhere, or training the PLA army that's going to storm into South Korea or whatever. I'm just making these stupid scenarios. None of them are true. Just making them up just to point out the fact that potentially your pension fund, your bank, your university endowments are funding the military of China. It's dumb.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something that's outrageous. And this is something we need to start calling out. Now, along those lines, I've got something else to add here. Since I'm on a bit of a roll with this stuff.
Keep rolling.
Okay. The UK sends, wait for it.
Okay.
71 million pounds a year in foreign aid to China. Okay?
Why?
This is a good question. And here's my question for you. Why is a country with a space program who's landing on the moon and doing all this other bullshit, why are they receiving millions upon millions of pounds and dollars every year in foreign aid? It's my question.
I can't answer that question. That's ridiculous.
How is it that this powerful, rich country that claims that it's can beat the COVID, that it didn't come from them, that can do everything and lifted everyone out of poverty. Obviously, you didn't lift everyone out of poverty if all the other countries in the world are giving you money because you're poor. Doesn't make sense, right?
No.
You have a space program. You've been to the moon. You've got plans on sending stuff to Mars. You think you're number one. You're amazing. You're so great. Why are you getting so much money in foreign aid? Surely, if you're going to get up there and brag about being the top of the pops and so amazing, you don't deserve that aid anymore.
No.
From my point of view, China should be giving aid out at this point if they claim to be so powerful and amazing and rich and capable. Why are countries, especially...
the least charitable country in the world.
It is the least charitable country, and that's fact. You can look it up. But why is it that we're still sending aid? Why is it that countries like the UK and the US, and I know the US cut it off, a year or two ago, I think Trump was the one who's like, enough of this crap. But why is it that Canada, the UK, Australia, all these other well-meaning countries send so much money to China? When China is constantly attacking, at least verbally attacking these countries and putting them down and treating them like dirt with their wolf warrior bullshit, their wolf wanker turd warrior shit. Why are these countries being like, oh, poor China, let's give them some foreign aid. They really need our help. They don't, okay? You're basically giving money to them, which they're taking and putting directly into their military to attack you. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Stop. Just stop.
I think it's old, long-withstanding contracts and stuff, but
doesn't matter.
No, I totally agree.
China doesn't honor its contracts. Look what they did to Hong Kong.
Yeah, true.
Okay, that was a contract.
Yeah.
Leave it alone for 50 years. They couldn't even do that. Nope. Something simple like that. They couldn't do that. So if they continually break their contracts, why should the rest of the world keep their contracts with China?
I agree. I think it's probably conducive for the world to move on to not honor them at this point.
Yeah, the UK, that's £71 million. Could surely go to the people of the UK who right now have lost their jobs or are stuck in this stupid lockdown from the pandemic. Maybe to...
Oh, it's okay. It's okay, because China gives aid. Wait. No.
I mean, seriously, that money that you're sending to China, which caused this pandemic in the first place, surely that money could be used wisely, to help the people of the UK. Just a thought.
Just a thought.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry. Just had to get that off my chest.
It makes me furious.
Yeah.
I'm actually trying to keep my cool over here.
You just need to be like this.
You just need to be like
or this. Smell it. Alcohol and tobacco consumption.
What?
The kind Santa Claus with a gray beard and a red cotton-padded coat, all together with his cute deer.
His cute
Together with his cute deer.
Why is she so upset? She's like, this is the worst painting I've ever seen.
Yes, I do.
Is that like Arnold Schwarzenegger or something? Yes,
too.
I do.
Sorry, baby.
That is the shittiest ad I've ever seen.